Hello and welcome to the show. It's Rose-Colored Classist with another Topical News Comedy Podcast. And I just want to thank all the classists out there. That's the name of the group of people who follow my podcast. I'm calling you guys classists. It's actually a lot smarter than you think, all right? But also it is sufficiently cringe, so no one actually calls us that. Yeah, I've been listening to Baron Coleman a lot lately. You know, just to keep up with how the government totally killed Charlie Kirk. Maybe I just love a Southern drawl. Yeah, to be honest, I am pretty comfortable listening to lawyers. But what he does is he goes and he calls his listeners the jury, and that makes me want to vomit. Right. So again, thank you for joining us this week on this program. If you like the show, please stab yourself in the eyes. Yeah, if you like the program, please comment by slamming your head onto the keyboard. Maybe use your tongue to type on your phone. Yeah, and if your ears are bleeding, subscribe. Only if they're bleeding, though. Right on, back again, episode 93. Oh man, I'm coming up on something big. All right, episode 100. Very much looking to rearrange this room, getting rid of the green screen, changing the angles. Maybe, make this podcast a little more likable. Yeah, man. Yeah, please, give me a thumbs up if you're an amputee. Yeah, hype the podcast if you're clinically depressed. Hype it. Yeah, man. Big plans. I got big plans. I am too lazy to enact them. Business is hard. Work is so hard. Man, dude, working for yourself? Holy shit, I do it for free. Man, I really do want to hire people, mostly so I can do less work. It's actually the point. The point to hire people is so I don't have to do it all. And man, thinking about that, you really realize how easy it is to be infiltrated by malicious people. Have your company be stolen by liars? Like, sure, I have all these ideas, plans. The only problem is I need people to do it. I need bodies. I need a body. I need people with a, sense of conviction to help me and, the type not to ask too many questions. Really, when you realize that, the people that I would need to make my vision happen, they would have to be like vacuous entities with no dreams of their own. And, just lingering on that, it does seem like the beginning is the end, right? Like the minute I try and get the organization going by letting other people work for me, it seems that I've already let it all go. I let the control slip away. What happened to the libertarian self-entrepreneurial dream? No, it's an interesting predicament we all are in, because we have this idea of like a terrible control freak boss. And it's in contrast to the boss who does absolutely nothing. And you can easily see how simple it is to be a bad boss. Because the control freak, they push people away. But the boss who doesn't want to micromanage anybody, well, they let his organization be ruined. Yeah, maybe business shouldn't be so big. It's complicated. Yeah, man, the control, the business. I mean, this is the story that's going on with, Turning Point USA. It's the story, of every fucking media company. This is the story of the United States government, right? We try to be a good guy, let people do as they will, trust others. And unfortunately, what happens is that, malevolent people, they slide their way in and they take your good intention and, well, they say hell is paved with them. Right. Is this podcast all about Israel? What's going on? Is it about big oil, big pharma? Yeah, these organizations, the institutions, they're the problem. Or are they not the problem? Or they just have they been co-opted by bad people? Perhaps maybe, all organizations are destined for this result. Some kind of like philosophical statement about entropy. But I think the way we got here, at least in the present moment, is that, we have this idea that is generated by a good person. a creative person, someone genuinely trying to solve a problem, a real capitalist. And, just to get things started here in the world that we've all been in here for so long for, the 3,000, 4,000, 6,000 year old culture. I mean, even to get it started in any kind of meaningful way, you need funding. You need the push. And it seems, the only people doing that are liar, loser, murdering scumbags. It's like from the jump. You got no shot. You're not, from the jump they got you, and they fucking take your business and make it into a front. God, goes from Charlie Kirk to the congressperson to the CEO. And, maybe there are genuine actors out there, doing the right thing for the business, for the organization. They try to make a genuine action. The profit, the growth. But it seems to me that no matter how you play it, it feeds into the evil, faulty, fraudulent system. Yeah, man, they've taken capitalism and they bastardized it. Turned it into a monster. No one even believes in it anymore. God, fuck, man. I try and run a business. I do. But fuck. What am I even doing here with the podcast? Feeding the social media propaganda algorithm? Fucking feeding the beast? I mean, even when you look at it, no matter what I say, kind of by default, I end up being controlled opposition. I am not in control of the platform. I'm fucking coaxed into the funnel. Right? Gosh, man, it's an interesting position a lot of us are in. How do business? How we do business? How business? How? I mean, what, is it really just fucking getting the things we need to survive? I thought there was more. Man. Gosh. People do good business. I like how Costco does business, Trader Joe's. I did work for a certain company for a minute or two, and I like how they did business, but fucking business tough. Business tough. Business be tough. Man, what you gonna do, business people? What you gonna do? It's tough. Yeah, man. If you're not a business person, I'll tell you, you're gonna have to be a business person real soon. Yeah, let me do some classism here. No jokes, right? A guy like George Carlin, he would say like the term business person, and he'd say it like some kind of slur. He'd say it like it was some kind of bad thing. But that fucking nihilist. Well, what is there left for us to do? What is there left for us to do? We can't all be on stage lamenting. We can't all be on the podcast lamenting. You got to do something else. And what is that? What, are you going to go work for some corpo? Give up on your life and get on welfare? You think you're really ready to start the guerrilla war? You think you're ready for that? Nah, man. You got to be a business person. You got to be a business person no matter how bleak. It's very sad. Yeah, man. Today on the podcast, it's Tucker Carlson Day. I'm bringing us all up on our Tuckerology. Brother had a big week last week. Big week last week, man. Fucking, he did a lot of stuff. Spoke to a lot of people, and I'm gonna play it all for you. And just to step off, from what I just talked about, I did listen to the Tucker Carlson Sean Ryan interview, and yes, very boring, very, very, very boring, pretty boring. You realize that these guys have no focus on being entertaining. They do not want to be entertaining at all. But obviously, that's not the point of them coming together. What was the point of them coming together? Yeah, what they discussing, or what I'm going to show today, is what the point is of podcasting. Yeah, that's what they talked about for a little minute. That's what I was interested in it. I just rhymed that for no reason, and it didn't make sense. Gibberish. Yeah. Why get together and talk? Why get in front of the camera and talk? It's 11:31 at night on a Monday. I got shit to do tomorrow. But why do I think it's important? Yeah, man, podcasting, it's a scary place. Maybe we're all in some sick doom loop. All right? Like the point of podcasting was to let everyone in on what the fuck is going on, and 6 years into this banging media boom, everybody knows what the fuck is up. And it's tough. Where do we go next? What's the point of all of it, right? So check out this clip. It's two grown men being, I don't know, depressed. They're not depressed, but, it's kind of, they were boring. That's the point.
I'm too old to judge.
but I mean, back to it just got to the point too where I don't even know why. Like, I'm just beating the same fucking drum over and over, and it's like,
yeah,
what are we doing here, man? Is anything getting solved? Like, everybody knows what's going on now.
Right.
It's out.
How many times can you point out that everything's a lie before it's like pointless?
Pretty much.
And discouraging, by the way, this is what I think to myself, because I have had exactly the same thoughts that you're describing. It's like, is it good to keep telling? I mean, obviously 9/11 is not what they told us. I'm not exactly sure what it was, but they're lying about it. Kennedy assassination, obviously they're lying about it. Everything they're lying about, because they're liars. So I've made all those points about 1 million times, but with decreasing enthusiasm. And at a certain point, you're like, I'm telling people something they already know. I'm not actually bringing the truth, because the truth is unknowable. Like, I can't figure out what happened, really. And maybe I'm just making people hopeless.
That's kind of what I'm getting at.
Oh, man. Hey, if you think podcasting is pointless, I don't know. Write some jokes. Do a bit about it. Make it funny, buddy. Maybe try and work on your comedic inflection. Fucking say new things. All right? Maybe try and spark someone's creativity. Yeah, I'll tell you the purpose of podcasting. All right? It's for a new and novel emotional outlet. Okay? Maybe you banging the drum. Maybe you're saying the same shit over and over again, but, you got to continue to give people new ideas and tools to better themselves in their lives. All right, every podcast is made for the new listener. All right, you got to get everyone on board every day. I don't know, these guys sound sad. I mean, Tucker, he goes, I worry I'm discouraging people. I mean, yeah, bud, you should, because the point is doing the opposite. The point is to inspire people. Yeah, a continual act of inspiration. That's what this podcast is. That's what every podcast is. All right? Every podcast should serve to get people to do their own new shit. Okay? Yeah, Tucker, Sean, it is not about you. It's not. You guys are old, disgusting men with children. Yuck. You guys smell and have guns. Nobody wants you to do anything. Nobody wants you to do anything except your fucking job. All right, and your job is to get other people to do their own thing. Okay, what do you think your role is in this little world? I'll tell you what it is. It's to coach them up. You got to coach them up. You got to coach the people up. All right, where are the athletic institutional attitudes that I grew up with? I mean, these are men. These are old men. They should be out there coaching people on things they've learned themselves. Okay, yeah, I played sports very badly, but I sacrificed and worked to do it because I knew I needed to, experience and be taught those valuable lessons you can only learn through athletics. All right, ideas about, productive social infrastructure, the importance of roles and positions. I mean, yeah, Tucker and Sean, clearly not players in the game. All right, they're old and their knees hurt. They can't be president. Their knees hurt. Okay, but what is their job? It's to fucking coach, man, and assemble the new generation of fucking players. All right, it's so crazy. They think they're discouraging people. You got to be doing a lot more. You got to be doing stuff. Yeah, what, you're not changing things? Maybe that's a sign. I mean, yeah, Sean, Tucker, fucking those guys, they already fought their battles, and clearly they lost. Clearly they lost. Tucker, he spent all his, good years at Fox, his golden years at Fox, and admittedly, he tells you like, yeah, I was wrong the whole time. Yeah, he goes on an interview and he goes, yeah, I was a coward. I was a coward and I was wrong. And then Sean, fucking poor guy, his last viral clip was talking about his suicide attempt. Holy shit. Yeah. Maybe I don't want you to lead me. Maybe you're right, Sean. I mean, yeah, Sean, he fucking killed people for the government. SEAL team, CIA. He goes out on his podcast yesterday. He goes, whoops. He goes, whoops. Damn. Probably shouldn't have done all that. And yeah, you guys, you're failures. You fucked up. Okay? You're like some hot babe who married for money. Right? You spent your best years with some disgusting old rich man. All right? And now what? You were dropped for the next hot broad. Fucking Sean and Tucker, they're washed up athletes. I get it. They're not going to be president. I get it. All right, they played. They did their time. They played the league. They made it big. But I guess they never won the championship. All right? And I want them to act like they're fucking like they really did lose. All right, I want them to act like they didn't save their money and now it's the time to coach down at the community college. Time to coach, you moaners. Manage a team, Sean. You don't gotta run. You don't gotta be president. You don't gotta be fucking senator, all right? But fucking pick somebody. You know what it's right now. You're like, I'm gonna stay out of it. I'm like, you had a bad game. You had a bad season. It's been tough, all right? Tucker, I know you tore your Achilles in '93, but now it's time to scout new talent. All right, Donnie T, we get it. We fucked it all up. We fucked it all up. All right, yeah, we didn't have the Jeffrey Epstein files. All right, new game, new season. All right, new season. Time to get it together. Yeah, man. Really, Sean, Tucker. It's so obvious. It's so obvious what you need to do. Yeah, maybe you don't need to be podcasting all the time, but what you really need to do is fucking get the team together, dipshits. All right, you know whose team you're on. All right, you know what's going on. And yeah, sure, you're not willing to be shot on, a podium. What you really need to do is get someone else to get shot. Create an infrastructure of fucking safety with the values you all hold near and dear and fucking get someone else to get shot. Put them out there. Yeah, man, you want to help save everybody. I can tell. Sean wants to help save everybody. I can tell. All right, and I get it. Their shoulders give them a lot of trouble. They can't raise their left arm. They're so weak. They go, be president. I don't want to live in Washington, D.C. I like it in Maine. I don't want to move there. Yeah, man, I get it. But I will say, there's a lot of guys. They would happily go in your stead. We need the rep, yo. Tucker. Sean. Yeah, you fucked up with Donnie T. All right, we all fucked up. We get it. We get it. But now it's time to fucking reassess, man. You gotta tell us when and where to make the play, coach. All right, yeah, coach, you fucked up. You fucked up last season. We get it. But now it's time we gotta fucking, get back out there. It was halftime. Yeah, man. Right on. So weird. And these guys should be coaches. These guys really should. I mean, because like every coach, they want us to believe in God. Like every coach I've ever met, they want us to believe in God. And I guess, right? Yeah, we all believe in God now. Pure evil exists. I guess we're all in on it. Yeah, I prayed today. Just like my coach wanted me to. Back in high school. I prayed today. Mostly about the Strait of Hormuz. But yeah, I mean, I guess a little about my family. Whatever. Yeah, it's tough to be involved in politics. All right. It's tough. These people who are in it, I mean, they'll kill you. They'll kill you if you stand up to them. I mean, they've been doing that for a long time. It seems really they're trying to kill everybody in their family, soon enough anyway. So what's going on? Tucker, Sean, pick somebody. Pick somebody. It's time. I know, yeah, you epically failed with Trump. I've said that. You're absolute fucking retards. Completely retarded. Super duper retarded people. But this is what I believe. I believe we're in a new moment. We finally all get it. The coalition happens every day. I'm quick to forgive. All right, the red blue charade is over. Everybody knows it. Everybody knows it. We're in the new moment. Okay? Come on. I believe you can come back from going full retard. I believe that. It's a once in a lifetime chance, Tucker. Once in a lifetime chance, Sean. You guys can come back. We read the Epstein files. You guys can come back. Yeah, and you're right. You don't get to be the guy. You fucked up way too much. All right? But what if we just all focus on the new understanding that everyone has that the whole world is run by pizza party gangsters? Fucking jerky jaw and jackboots. Yeah, and move the country and the people and the individual into self-defense and small business. Right on, give people the tools. You guys have a platform, give people the tools. I mean, Tucker, he's got a gold company, but maybe he can come up with something more practical. Sean, he has a phone privacy subscription service. Okay. But think about it. I mean, you're still not activating the classist masses. You're not utilizing them. I mean, not someone like Candace Owens, she's putting out small bounties for tips and information. 10K for this, 5K for that. I think she's offering 25K for something else right now. And that's an angle. Actually makes sense. She's a fucking business person, a tabloid paying for tips. But Tucker, Sean, hey, get the small business mind going. All right, it's not hard. I know. Yeah, you were paid by big government forever and ever. And it's so hard to get what's going on? Fucking wake up, bud. All right, I'm a comedian. I'm a process server. I worked as a janitor for In-N-Out Burger for 8 years. Okay, I know a thing about fucking business. All right, I wonder if I have skills that somebody could possibly utilize. Jesus. Tucker, Sean, offer me something. That's what I really mean. I mean, I'm out here doing all my own ideas. Fucking, wasting my life. Fucking spending 25 minutes to set up this shit studio so I can fucking do it at 11:45 at night after it's process surfing for 9 hours. Come on. Get me on the Tucker Carlson network, bitch. Where's the network? You got it. It's right there. You got your name in it. Seriously, here's a question. Why aren't they aggressively picking out podcasts and supporting them? Do your own Daily Wire shit, huh? All I hear from Tucker and Sean is me, 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 me. Come on. And I know you guys think you're doing an insight about how to think about yourself. You're trying to be relatable or whatever. But there's a lot of work to be done. There's a lot of the Lord's work is yet to be done. All right, Tucker, Sean, where is the Charlie Kirk campus chapter? Huh? Seriously, why aren't you locating space, time, and people? Why are you not trying to have people come together and do the work that you actually believe to be effective, that you would know to work? All right, you don't have to throw money at everything, you fucking dumb cunts. Just fucking get on your show, tell everybody to meet up somewhere. Send an agent you trust to LA, Chicago, New York. Start a chapter. Get a group of people going that has a multi-pronged economic and political strategy. Tell everyone to meet up somewhere. All the Tucker Carlson fans, tell them to meet up somewhere. They will figure out what to do quite nicely. All right? Yeah, they can come up with their own ideas. Maybe they run it by you, maybe they don't. Bada bing, bada boom, fucking country going forward. Huh? Maybe, at least, you'll get more people to believe in your Christian God. Tucker, Sean, tell us how to meet up somewhere. Where's the meetup? Fucking Tinder's got meetups. What are you doing? Come on, this shit is so obvious. It's so fucking clear what they should be doing. Everyone who listens to Sean Ryan probably thinks, most of the things they do. Come on. And then when they do a mass shooting at one of our events, well, then we'll have... Okay, all right. Maybe I get it. I'm sorry. I just can't help but pitch people. I'm a pitch machine. I'm a pitch machine. And if you got anything going on, I will pitch you some shit. All right. I mean, I swear. These dumb cunts that I'm talking about, they inspired me to launch my own podcast. And look, I'm near 100 episodes. Someone pitch me. Someone get me to do something. I swear. I think there are other ways that I could be more effective. Okay. Yes, I have fun doing this. I write stand-up comedy. Hopefully give tens of people a nice, jolly good time. But fuck. What the fuck? Get me going. Tucker told me to do something. Gave me like 5 G's. I could do a lot. I'll tell you, I could really get something done with that. Holy shit, get me into contact with these people. Fuck. Yeah, man. And I guess it's hard. There's a lot of fear. You worry. You start something going, and eventually you end up arrested. It's a whole big world out there. Lots of crazy shit to go down. And we'll play a lot of Tucker's ideology today, so maybe we can get a better handle on why he doesn't take a more doesn't go balls to the wall. Right on. I would like to talk about Ukraine today. I did meet a wonderful Vietnam vet who's very interested in the topic at one of my stand-up comedy shows recently. And just to continue on to give him his due, Tucker, he interviewed a guy doing the Ukraine thing. He has an opinion about it. Yeah. The conflict in Ukraine, probably the most important thing to try and understand, what the goals of the American empire are right now. What its real goals. All day and night, I claim that the government's running some fucking secret conspiracy. They're all probably acting on an agenda from a, Babylonian owl god. That's what I believe. Yeah, I think the government is run by aliens. That's currently where I'm at, but maybe there's some other things going on. Right on. Yeah. So I will play this Tucker Carlson podcast, and wow, I have a lot of them left. I did not think that this was where I would end up in my life, just fucking playing Tucker Carlson clips. But here we are. Yeah, he's the only guy who's talking about what matters, actually. I swear. You have Matt Walsh, Michael Knowles fucking babbling about the most meaningless shit I've ever heard. Matt Walsh, political commentator, social commentator. Yeah, he'll casually mention the energy holocaust that's happening because of the war in Iran, and then he'll go and talk 40 minutes about the Odyssey. Hey, Matt, that's a fucking made-up movie, and over here we're all gonna die. There's a Great Depression incoming. All right, you're not helping anybody on how to actually plan for the future. You're wasting their time with your movie analysis. Yeah. How about you warn your audience? Tell the truth. Try and affect some change. All right, and not fucking, make an effort to take a couple million away from fucking cock-sucking Christopher Nolan. Christopher Nolan allegedly pays people to suck their dick. I don't know if you've heard about that. And then that's not even something I heard from the Matt Walsh show. And I've been listening. Seriously, what are they accomplishing? Matt Walsh, Michael Knowles. What are they doing? Fucking Sean and Tucker are going, what are we accomplishing? But fucking those guys. Holy shit. Well, they're doing propaganda. That's actually what they're doing. And maybe that's the secret critique that I haven't mentioned yet. Maybe why, Tucker and Sean feel so discouraged. It's because, at some point you do realize, this is kind of propagandist if I keep saying the same thing over and over again. You're fighting propaganda. That's the whole point, right? You don't want to do propaganda to fight propaganda. That seems contradictory. But I don't know. While volume and repetitiveness is the key to propaganda, I don't know if it's inherently bad. What it is effective. All right, the message is the problem, not how many times you say it. Even what I would think is that the best messages are actually things you're supposed to repeat over and over again. And I guess that's what I'm talking about. We need some truthful propaganda. Maybe that's the point of proselytizing, you Christian guys. You got to be sharing the good word, as it were. Yeah, so as to, the most important word, the things that people need to know about right now, is that how disastrous of a situation we are in with oil. Yeah, you talk about Ukraine, you talk about Iran, and whoop. Yeah, the oil, that's another perfect lens into what the fuck is going on over here. It's with these oil prices, I really hope to get everyone just to understand that there is a one-to-one connection between the fucking actions at the pizza party and your real life. Tucker calls it the uniparty. I call it the pizza party. And a lot of us, like Sean, are still learning to accept things. They're still trying to learn try to accept these new developments and realities. And again, like, you don't have to know everything. The only thing you have to know is God, however you conceptualize that. But that doesn't mean you fucking remain ignorant of oil supplies. I mean, this is what's going on, man. We're all supposed to live our lives and do the best and live God's plan, but God's plan has a lot to do with oil prices. So, we're going to talk about Ukraine. I'm going to kind of leave Iran alone for a while. I mean, the United States stopped bombing them after how many days? 13. Fucking a cult. Never ending over here. Right, so, but to really, and again, understand what the fuck is going on with the American empire, what its real goals are, got to know about energy. So Tucker, he brought on a guy who's going to talk about energy. And he's a weirdo. Kind of bothers me a little bit. But, when you say the truth, I guess I got to play you. So fucking run it.
It's this very unserious thing, Tucker, which I can't figure out. It feels like they don't care about the future. There's some goal line they're trying to just like furiously cross over with the football.
I feel that way too. I felt that way since Trump's inauguration, and I realized the goal line was the Iran regime change effort. Like, that's everything in retrospect about the staffing of the administration, the transition, all of it was designed to make February 28th possible. But what I haven't figured out is what the point of that was.
Do you have a thought? I wrestle with this all the time. It's, what do? You pick, it's either really rank incompetence or it's malevolence.
But malevolence on a scale that doesn't have a lot of precedent in history. I mean, that we know of. I mean, most history is unrecorded, but to the extent that we know what previous empires did and why, like, nothing like this has ever happened at this scale, including in the 20th century, where clearly the U.S. government or elements within the U.S. government are trying to destroy global energy markets, which, as you said at the very outset, is a one-to-one correlation to the strength of the economy, GDP. So, like, prosperity. Why would you wipe out civilization? Why are you trying to do that? Like, what is this?
What is this? What is it? What is this? Yeah, man. I'll tell you what it is. We're fucking running dry. We're like a track star fucking covered in baby powder. Running dry. We're running it down. We're running it down like a dog after a tennis ball. It's all about to tip over. Yeah, man. And I couldn't be personally more fucked with oil prices than, I'm done. I got 21 miles a gallon my last fucking oil cycle. What is going on with my Subaru Outback? No, I have to replace my spark plugs. Got to take it get it the tune-up. And yeah, I got quoted $350. What the fuck? Yeah, man. I drive for my small business, and if I wasn't so good at it, I mean, holy shit! Watch Pineapple Express. Try and understand what's going on. All right, and gas. I mean, I'm familiar with being ruined by gas prices. I used to drive a 1982 El Camino as a 16-year-old. I stopped driving it when I was 25. Yeah, I was a broke community college student and stand-up comic, and I'm used to be totally fucked by gas. I have a lot of experience in making it work. Just letting I know how to cruise, but I'm just, we're all fucked, and that has to be made clear. All right, yes, maybe my personal life, I can have a positive attitude and say I can do it, but looking at all of it, I mean, it just seems that it's all in service to some insane plan to ruin the world. And if that's what's going on, I do feel better. I do. It does take a little personal responsibility away from this horrible situation, and that's nice. But maybe that's the problem. Yeah. I don't know. Jordan Peterson, he's in a coma, but I'm sure he'd tell me that, I am not here on earth to have personal responsibility taken away from me. I am here to be responsible. Yeah, that's what Christ says. Tucker Carlson and Sean Ryan converted me recently. I'm totally on. No, I went to a Christian school for 7 years. Thank you, Mom. I'm in peak position to understand what's going on. Okay? Peak position. Yeah, what is the real point of the war? What are the real motivations of these opposing parties? I'll tell you what it is. I'll tell you right now. Complete control. Complete domination. They want to be in charge of everything all at once, man. The point is to make it as difficult as possible for everybody. All right? And there's nothing more to say to that. Nothing more to say than that. There is nothing more to say than that. We know who they are. All right? I read the PDF files about PDF files. All right? We all know what's going on. We know what they do. And either, we figure out a way to challenge them effectively, or what? Fucking die? Let it all happen? We're all planning the move. I'll tell you. I mean, these guys fucking deciding to crush oil like this. I mean, whether they're a fucking moron or a malicious genius. I mean, I don't know. Kind of seems like both. Again, read the Epstein files. We know why things in the world happen. All right? We know that these people ain't super smart. Yeah, why does it feel like they're stumbling and erroring into some horrible fucking future? It's because they are. They're fucking dumb. Yeah, I mean, the bad guys, they're not even doing the bad guy thing well. It's actually like a real Wile E. Coyote vibe. You guys gonna watch that movie? Yeah, talk about things being hopeful. Yeah, man, these concurrent military actions, destroying Middle East oil, destroying Russian oil in Ukraine getting into the fucking Iran war itself. So this is a Monday. This dual attack is near suicidal, isn't it? Isn't it? I mean, how could any of this make sense if the results of it were not the goal? I mean, looking at it, this shit is a bonsai charge. They're taking the world economy and fucking doing a bonsai charge. Going up the hill with the fucking bare hands and gumption. Staring at a bunch of fucking Tommy guns. Maybe it's a kamikaze. All right, maybe they're in a plane. I mean, they're doing damage to no fucking particular end. Gosh, these wars, it's so silly. Like, we do not have the material to sustain it. I mean, big news, the fucking Joint Chief of Staff, he goes, we don't have the munitions. Come on. We are facing like an overproduction of weapons that we cannot combat. The drones, the missiles. It's just, I mean, the guys are just so dumb. I do not know what's going on. The actors, they're acting in it. They're acting in it, and it's like they haven't even read the script. But they got a script. They're going on someone's plan. They're probably reading this shit from fucking Jeffrey Epstein's diary. Yeah, all the elites left. They're all looking at Jeffrey Epstein's vision board, and they're going, "Can we reenact this? Can we try and do this?" I mean, you destroy energy, destroy the value of the money you create. I mean, what's going on? Are you just trying to make an exit? Give yourself the best excuse to fucking cut it and run? Yeah, maybe that's what's always happened throughout history, right? We all fucking go over history, and there's always these fucking hyper powerful individuals. They're all weirdly related. They're fucking generational institutions, generational businesses. They're fucking gangsters, and they all get to the top. They all get to the top of whatever society. And then they fucking milk it to death and then jump ship. Find the next victim. I mean, Persian Empire. The Greek Empire. Fucking Roman Empire. I mean, English Empire. And now look at us. Look at us. Yeah, these guys, it seems like they're like in a continual process to conquer the world completely. We are not in the first world empire, guys. I mean, the communications may be the best it's ever been, but there are multiple points in history where the dominant society controlled the world. Okay? And it seems like we're just going down the same path. Maybe it's the same group of people. Maybe it's always been theirs. Maybe what's going on in the world, it's always been theirs, and they just keep changing the sign out front. All the bad, evil people, they've all been running it forever and ever, same guys. And every so often, just fucking, give it a nice paint job. Yeah. This generation's horrible empire is red, white, and blue. Man. Maybe the Muslim propaganda finally got to me. Anyone else feel like that? Anyone else feel like that Iran's propaganda just finally got to him? Just like, you know what? You guys are right. No, you guys are right. That Lego video convinced me America's evil. Great Satan, little Satan. Great Satan, little Satan. It's my favorite game to play with my kids. I don't have kids. Who does? Anyway, this is what we're talking about. Anyway, I do want to go in on Ukraine a little bit. I did again talk to somebody that inspired me to look into it, and he has completely checked out by now. He's gone. That guy I'm doing this podcast and segment for, no longer listening, and that happens. Mostly because he can't stand Tucker Carlson, and I'm going to play him again. Did I mention that he's going to bring up a Ukrainian war expert? Is he an expert? I don't know. He read a book. He has an accent, and that's helpful to the American psyche. So anyway, more Tucker. He really had everyone on this week. Okay? He really did. He was on everything. Go, watch, please. Thank you.
What I have never understood is the West's motive. Why would the United States and its, whatever you call them, but its partners in NATO, give this, why would they want a war with Russia and a war that has hurt them? Like, what is the motive there?
It's a really, really good question. And I have said for quite a long time now that the Russian operations are being guided by a military strategy, and the Western operations are being guided by a political narrative, and with objectives that change quite a lot. I think the initial objective, and it depends which particular party on the NATO side that you're talking to, but the initial objectives were possibly to break up Russia. I think there's also what I would call lag in thinking, because a lot of the people who were proposing the expansion of NATO without thinking through the consequences did not anticipate this. I'm certain they didn't anticipate it because they weren't ready.
Right on. Military strategy and narrative. Yeah, Ukraine, the long-standing war on energy. Let's call it what it is. Maybe that's the problem that guy is having. Everyone really needs to get on board with the idea that, our leaders are trying to hurt us. Maybe he's unwilling to believe that. Again, they're a bunch of dummies. But the war on energy, 25% energy shut down in Iran. Russia down, I heard 7%, I heard 14%, I heard 40%. And, what's going on? What are we even using energy for nowadays? I mean, the whole fucking modern life, of course, but what is the biggest energy consumer right now? It's artificial intelligence. There is some AI talk to have right now. And of course, AI, it's very important in Ukraine. It's actually where it's being fucking tested. That's where they're getting the real data. Yeah, Gaza as well. Iran as well. Shout out to dead school children. I did say that like it was a joke. That was fucked up. I'm losing the thread here. Look, there's a big scam and lie going on about them taking away our energy. All right? And it was covered in that oil segment podcast I just put on. But maybe it seems like even these AI data centers are a ploy to steal the energy. Why are they doing it? Why are they doing it? It's a hard question to answer because there's just so many problems in front of it. there's so many questions I have to answer before I finally get to the place. Now, I will mention that Vietnam vet I talked to during the show again, and he's asleep. But I'm going to mention him, and I have no idea why it's taking me so long to talk about Ukraine and why I'm still fucking struggling with it. But yeah, there is some drama in Ukraine lately, right? Zelensky, the comedian dictator, he, no election Zelensky, he fired this 35-year-old general, Fedonov, I think, a name. Yeah, he has some name that sounded like a vodka. I mean, they all do, but he was the guy doing the drone campaign. He's the guy attacking the oil, right? Now, the question I feel like I have to answer first is, what is going on with the military? Because war is like a skill. It's an activity. It's a profession, right? There's things to learn. There's actual ways to operate. And there's, realities. Like, I've read The Art of War. I'm sorry. I've done it. And it's very real. It seems like there could be nothing more about it than the war. And when you only think about things in terms of, classic war strategy and conflict, it does seem just completely insane what's going on, right? Like, first thing to know about the Ukraine war is that there is no defeating Russia militarily, all right? I mean, the mobilization the world would have to fucking defeat Russia's will to fight back. I mean, look what's happening in Iran. I mean, this is the escalation trap. All right, it's called a forever war for a reason. I mean, even if you go and fucking bomb Russia so their economy ceases to function, I mean, what do you think that means? Do you think they'll stop having the bullets and the guns and that's all they'll be doing? I mean, what? You go and decapitate the government? You take away the leaders? Did that solve the problem in Iran? I mean, there's 1,000 fucking people to fucking line in and run these maniacal governments. Okay, the world's gotten big. The world was already big before, too. The only wars to have are ones of marginal pain, right? There is no total victory anymore. Okay, yeah, nuclear superpowers do not let themselves be hurt so grievously. It turns out countries who are next to a small fucking place of water can't be hurt so grievously. I mean, look at it. I mean, the Russian war is beneficial to Putin. It actually is. All right? Yeah, he's the strongest remote viewer on the planet, deep in the occult himself, and he's benefiting from the war. Okay? The whole world is Jeffrey Epstein. All right? There's a lot going on in Russia, I'll tell you. And brings me back to destroying energy. I mean, whatever we're talking about, somehow the conflicts are accomplishing something. There is a benefit to be had. There's a benefit in prolonging war. All right? And it's just, they got to keep it going. They don't do it for honor, for justice. It's like, yeah, it's some sick fucking grift. Yeah, I mean, I'd love to think about things in just, war and combat. I mean, I like playing Call of Duty. It's interesting. That's a joke. I just, the logistics of war are interesting. All right, like that Vietnam vet again. He turned me on to this guy named Dennis Davidov. Fucking Davidov. Daddy Davidov. Dennis. And he's on YouTube. He goes and he covers the war, battle by battle. And that's tight. It's exciting. I mean, there's a guy over here in America that I follow. I repost him in my story all the time. His name is Kagan Dunlap. All right? And he does whatever, equivalent is for the U.S. Yeah, there is an art to war. I've said it before. Military. It's like a deep, rich subject, like fucking physics or math. There's rules, patterns, things to study. Concepts. It's like the law. It's awesome. It's a lot like comedy. Yeah. Yeah, war is real, and there are things you can win. You can win a war if you think about it in just fucking the angle of war. Winning battles is possible. But then again, only if you have adequate logical, logistical support. Alex Jones, war is math. Yeah, as long as someone's not using your war to profit somewhere else, you can win it. I mean, it's so crazy. It's like an institution that they've ruined. The Jeffrey Epstein elite have ruined war. War used to be cool. It used to be cool. What did they do to it? Like, yeah, man, like you can follow like the day-to-day, like punch to kick, fucking fight or whatever, but if you look at it just through the lens of war, it does not make sense. I mean, you follow it like, yeah, maybe this general gets fired. Maybe, the opposing party pursues a certain strategy, right? But what you really realize is that every time in an all of a sudden inconvenient, somehow coincidentally, some fucking thing happens that changes everything. It's like the minute Ukraine is about to win the war, all of a sudden their chance is taken away. The minute Russia is about to take a big piece of territory, suddenly it doesn't happen. Yeah, I mean, gosh, the coincidence means more than you fucking think. It's like what the expert said. It's a war of narrative, right? All right, like your expectations, thoughts, and perceptions create reality. All right, I'm here on Rose-Colored Classist. Okay, we accept the existence of practically omnipotent, interdimensional, ancient alien space gods. We understand that these guys are worshiping the fucking occult. All right, and we're good Christians like Sean and Tucker. We are, but yeah, man, the narrative is the goal. Like I'm at the point where I feel like the death is the purpose. The destruction and the devastation. It's like a reward in of itself. Am I saying that right? I mean, dude, I just, if you think what's, going on in the Ukraine is just some war, I don't know, man. If you think it's just about like land, sovereignty, and geopolitical fucking whatever, I mean, it just seems like you don't understand. I mean, these guys, they don't give a fuck about war. They couldn't be interested in it. The soldiers, honor, those concepts that we all fucking, love and grow up idealizing, it's not what's happening. They're not in it for that. They're not even doing it. All right? I mean, the guys on the ground are, but yeah, their whole point is to perpetuate it. The deals, money laundering, fucking opportunity in the chaos, as Jeffrey Epstein famously emailed. It's not about saving anybody. It's about how do we go into Afghanistan and take all the heroin. It's a front, man. It's a front. They've taken war, this cool, awesome, amazing concept that we all have a lot of respect for, and it's a fucking front. All right? It's a lie. They don't even like it. They don't even appreciate it. You'll never fucking get told the truth about it. And if you try and find out the truth, they'll fucking blow your brains out. I'm going to play a lot of Tucker today. I really am. So much. How long is this podcast going to go? Ukraine's so crazy. I mean, the scary thing is that, Russia, I mean, they're gonna launch the missiles into the factories in Europe, right? That fucking factory Lindsey Graham visited. They're gonna fucking bomb it. I don't even want to talk about a nuclear attack. Let's not even do that. Right? But, you think about this militarily, and it's an inevitable reality that, you're gonna have Russia bombing Europe. You can't end the conflict before that happens. It's actually impossible. If you look at the fucking military chessboard, there's no move to block the fucking missiles coming into Europe if this keeps fucking going on. You can't put the pawn in front of the bishop. All right, Ukraine got fucking en passant or whatever. I've been watching some chess reels on Instagram. Look. You can't starve Russia. You can't deplete Russia. Their whole economy is just fucking churning and burning. The only place this ever ends up is with the fucking VW factory on fire. I mean, these guys, they have a fucking gangster mentality, don't they? I mean, these guys are like the fucking Sopranos. Fucking innocent people get hurt. Nothing ever really changes. The culture is the culture. And I don't know. I mean, it feels like they're all participating in some grand example. Yeah, fucking kill me. Do it. I never lose respect. Yeah, you're not gonna take the things I got unless you pry it from my cold dead hands. It's it's either that or again they're doing this all in worship of an ancient Babylonian owl god. Get real. I wish they cared about war. I wish they did. If that's what we were doing, that'd be interesting, exciting, something to really talk about. I mean, what could they tell us that we'd believe? I mean, what lie are they going to run by us to explain how fucking stupid this is? I mean, war is fake. War is totally fake. Study World War I. Study World War II. These conflicts, I mean, they were decided far before they ended. These things are done by the time they reach 1 million dead, if it's actual war. I mean, the whole culture, the whole world, we're on the fucking devil's chessboard, man. We only got so many pieces, only so many moves to make, and most of the time, this shit fucking ends up in the draw. All right, it's like your only purpose is to fucking ruin things. All that's left at the end of these war games are fucking dead bodies. I mean, it's a hard time to be a veteran, I'll tell you. Hard time. Yeah, you study and you learn and you practice all these, very important skills. And then you realize there's no venue to legitimately use them. Yeah. A lot of people go into the military because, they want to kill people in a just and moral way. They want to be right when they do it. I mean, they want to kill people, but they want to do it the right way. They want to do it honorably. But sorry, man, ain't no place to do it. It's all over, man. Yeah, it's fucking Smedley Butler war's a racket. It's over, man. Sorry, dude. The profession is finished. I mean, look, even if there is some Catholic concept of just war or righteous killing, if the world doesn't change, then you just killed somebody. Yeah, if you were right to kill somebody, but then the world is not profoundly different because of it, then it's wrong, right? Anyway, brings me to the final bonus clip. Tucker, it's him and your favorite basketball presidential commentator, black basketball guy, candidate, Stephen A. Smith. Yeah, I gotta show you this shit. I mean, this podcast has gone on way too long, but this clip, it fucking spoke to me. It really did, and it's about 5 minutes, and I hate to do it to you. If you already heard it, time to hear it again. It seems so important, right? And maybe even it's something you can repeat to others. I believe in showing as much of the clip as possible. All right. If the idea of the long form podcast is taking all the time we need to express our ideas, then I also believe that fucking, watch the whole clip. Let's watch Tucker Carlson's whole podcast, his whole library, and then you'll talk to me. No? Anyway. Tucker, Stephen A., play ball.
I think it's really important not to normalize extremism and to call it out by name and to say, to just frame this correctly, what you're saying is crazy and extreme. I think it's super important to say that because otherwise it's oh no, this is normal. And I think one of the most extreme human beings I've ever met in my entire life was Lindsey Graham. And I would say maybe the second most extreme I've ever met is Ted Cruz. Both U.S. senators. Lindsey Graham unfortunately passed away recently. Ted Cruz still represents Texas. These are people who have called for murdering innocents at scale, bombing people who did nothing wrong, killing kids, and have done that for decades, who have openly called for the U.S. government and American citizens to be more loyal to a foreign country than to their own, who have called for banning Americans' right to criticize a foreign country, eliminating free speech on behalf of a foreign nation. You can criticize your own country, totally fine. You're not allowed to criticize a foreign country. That's so crazy. Wacko extremist Ted Cruz, who's literally called for murdering people, and by the way, has helped murder people. He's a United States senator. He's not a podcaster. He votes for things. He appropriates money. That guy has blood on his hands, the blood of countless innocents, but it's totally cool to sit with him. How does that work? I don't understand. Not one person has ever said, I can't believe you sat across from Ted Cruz. He's a murderer, which is true. But because we're so
you're calling
controlled,
the Senate. You're calling a senator.
brainwashed.
Wait, hold on, Tucker. These are political officials you have known, just like you've known Trump. You've known a lot of guys on Capitol Hill. You've interviewed a lot of them. You've talked to a lot of them. You used to be on Fox News with your top-rated show at 8 p.m. after you succeeded Bill O'Reilly. You used to talk to these folks all the time. And now here you are on this show. You're calling them a murder. You're calling a guy like Senator Ted Cruz a murderer.
Well, it's true. Ted Cruz is calling for the killing of innocents and funding it. And so what I'm actually calling for is not calling out poor Ted Cruz, who's suffering, is already living in hell. And I'm not even mad at Ted Cruz. I want to awaken people to a real moral framework. So you have people who say ugly things, and great. That happens everywhere. I'm against saying ugly things. I try not to. I try not to do that. But
you just did. That's a very ugly thing to say, Tucker. I mean, to call a senator, it's an ugly thing to say, Tucker.
First of all, I don't, because he is a senator, it actually matters. It's not ugly, it's a fact. Ted Cruz has called for killing innocents. He's done it to me many, many, many times. We'll just bomb them. Just bomb the whole city. Just blow them up. What? There are people, thousands, millions of people who live there who did nothing wrong. They have no role in this. They have no role in a nuclear program. They're just going to work. They're little kids. That's crazy. That is extremist behavior. And he has the power to make it happen. He's a U.S. senator. So, by the way, we should get back in the media into the habit of criticizing the powerful. And I know everyone's upset about some 27-year-old gay kid, Nick Fuentes. Ooh, he says naughty things. Yeah, I agree, whatever. But who cares? What we should care about is when powerful people misuse their power to hurt the innocent. And Ted Cruz is doing that. And so are a lot of other senators. So I'm just waiting for someone to call me and be like, I can't believe you platformed Ted Cruz. I can't believe, how do you live with do you sleep at night? I mean, did you shake his hand? The hand of someone who called for the murder of innocents? I can't believe you can live with yourself. I'm waiting for that moment. It'll never come because everyone's so freaking brainwashed that they think that whatever that little gay kid is the threat.
I've seen you talking to Megyn Kelly. I've heard Candace Owens' position, and she talked about fearing for her life. Where are you right now? I'm talking about psychologically.
Well, I mean, where am I right now? I'm in a bunker hundreds of feet under the ground.
I don't mean where. I'm not asking where because I don't want you to tell your location. I don't want you to tell your location. I'm just talking psychologically. I'm saying, where are you right now? Candace Owens has been on the record talking about she thinks they may try to take her out.
Well, from my perspective, I told the truth, and some people didn't like it because it was inconvenient to them. But I would say all of us, if you live to a certain age, and I think we're like the same age, you see people you love die, and people who were totally fine one day and they're gone the next, and it's incredibly sad. It's the saddest thing, but it's also a reminder that we're not in charge of our lives. We're not in control. And you think you have forever, you don't. You have a certain time, you can't control that. And so every day, sounds like a bumper sticker, but it's real. Every day really is a gift. We don't treat it that way. It's just like, it's another day. No, it's a gift. And we don't know how many days we have left. Not one of us does. It doesn't matter how old or young you are. Not one of us knows how many we have left. And so I've just lived long enough to really believe that because I've seen it. I mean, Charlie Kirk was sitting at the table I'm sitting at now, not long before he was killed. And then he's gone. Never thought that would happen. I still feel so sad about it, as I do for all the people I've lost over the years. I'm sure you feel the same way. So the idea that I'm under threat, well, we're all under threat all the time because we don't know what the future is. So just stop worrying about that. You can't control it. I really believe this. Stop worrying all the time.
Stop worrying, guys. Stop worrying. Maybe do something. It was so long. I let him talk for so long. I really hope you play this podcast at 2 times speed. And it's the truth. Tucker Carlson saying the truth. Can you all wrap your hands around that one? Yeah. It does seem for any movement in towards a good place, we probably need to have leaders who aren't murderers. Right? I mean, unless we have a serious discussion and a nice court procedure about how our leaders can't be murderers, I don't know what's going to happen. Yeah, calling out these guys is an important step. Maybe we really are at the beginning. Maybe Tucker can't, start the organization just yet. Yeah, we got to get through a lot of people to get anywhere good. I mean, we still got to get through Ted Cruz. Still got to get through him to get to whoever's really fucking doing the shit. I mean, this guy's whole purpose is to take the brunt of the criticism, for whoever's actually pushing his particular policy. I mean, and they're murderers. So, got a lot of murderers to get through. Yeah, politician, it's an interesting job. Yeah, it comes out of a long tradition of murderers, actually. Maybe that's what they really are when you think about it. I mean, I read Politics by Plato. I did that. Or Aristotle. Whoever it was, I read it. But the point I'm trying to make, if you don't want your leaders to be murderers, you kind of got to figure out what a murderer is. I mean, hate to say it, but a long time ago, these guys, I mean, being a murderer kind of taken for granted. If he hadn't killed anybody, I mean, kind of weird. I mean, my point is that even if you follow historical precedent, these senators are dirty backstabbing bandits. I mean, yeah, the politicians of old, they were what? Honorable warriors? Legitimate killers? I mean, even if killing is legit in the first place, doesn't it have to be done after a declaration of war? And I don't know if you know anything about the U.S. government, but oopsie doopsies. We've been killing a lot of people without actually declaring war. Yeah, self-defense. I guess that's the other cover for Ted and guys like him. Miriam Adelson, if you really figure out something about her. I'm sure she's gonna have a very great theory on self-defense. Yeah. And it's an important one. It's like what the whole fucking, presidency does. They just go, someone's going to hurt me. That's what the president does for the last 35 years. So someone's going to hurt us. Don't do it. Yeah, I mean, war's so weird now anyway. Ever since they, made the rocket, the artillery shell. Even, after they organized all these countries, I mean, by default, when you bomb another country, it's like you're not even defending yourself anymore. It's gotten complicated. It's gotten complicated with all the jet fighters. Where even now, all war, morality is put into question. Over and over again. Self-defense, I mean, the whole fucking technological operation inherently breaks the rules of self-defense. Killing people in some legitimate way. It's so complicated now, you think people wouldn't even try. You think they wouldn't even try to thread the needle. Yeah. I'm looking at the bomb. I was like, okay, so either I'm some superhero defending my people, or I'm an insane mass murderer. Okay, well, it's tough. I mean, real self-defense, libertarians will tell you. I mean, you can fly the planes. You can have nuclear submarines. You can have all the bombs. You can have that interesting, expensive, complex missile defense. I like missile defense. You can have it. You can buy it. You can have. Why don't we have a lot more fucking of it? Really? I mean, we're all spending the money on the jets to go somewhere else. But what about a badass missile defense? It's in Israel. Right on. Okay. I mean, I like the Golden Dome. I mean, war is cool. This is fine. This is the issue that I'm trying to figure out right now. Trump talks about the Golden Dome, and I go, not a bad idea. It's not. I mean, maybe we do need to take Greenland to make it. Maybe we do. For actual country self-defense. Makes sense. We're probably not going to even make it, huh? I don't know. It is a good idea, so we probably won't do it. I mean, the problem of trying to take the moral cover of self-defense for all these, murdering senators, it's like, well, you didn't spend the money on self-defense. You spent it on offense. When you spent the money in Iraq and Afghanistan, I mean, hard to argue self-defense. Yeah, you did it to launder money, huh? Steal some sweet heroin. The concept of self-defense, right on. Okay, yeah, we needed to defend ourselves around all the heroin. I mean, the only self-defense argument that I'm hearing is that we actually do need an open and trading Strait of Hormuz. an open red fucking sea. Maybe it is a legitimate act of self-defense to try and keep that waterway open. And that's the real tragedy. All right? Because, yeah, maybe you can legitimately kill people. Maybe you can. I'll leave room in my heart for that. But, the real crime, is doing it when you don't have to. Right? We had all these options. We always have all these options not to go to that fucking place. We talk about self-defense, and it's like, well, maybe you just don't walk in the alley. Maybe you just don't go over to Iran. Maybe you just don't go to the Ukraine. Yeah, maybe, if you get into the Ukraine, you got to act a certain way, but what if you never do? Maybe, maybe even if you stayed in the United States, you could still do all that cool backdoor scam bullshit. Right? Maybe you could keep stealing the money for alien research. I don't know, get away with the occasional mind control experiment. But no, the senators, clearly they just went for the maximalist goals. The insane reach, just murder everyone everywhere, take everything all at once, all the time, no stopping. Let's ruin the honor of soldiers. Let's fuck up business for everybody. Let's take concepts like, just war and self-defense and just lie about them and make them just empty. You take away the legitimate ideas and tools of argument and how to behave yourself in this complicated world. And, take away all the meaning and all the validity. So crazy. Again, go back into, going back to what Tucker said. Yeah, he's not a voice of courage. He's not. That's a direct quote from him, by the way. But I am a voice of courage. If you just heard me with all the fervor I just delivered my little speech with. I mean, come on, throw some backing behind it. Hey man, I got it. I'm in it. It's 12:49 in the morning. I'm still with it. Come on, throw some backing behind me, baby. I will wear a bulletproof vest and run for office. I will talk like this. I'll do it. Shoot me, baby. I have a big head. I'll wear a fucking box of bulletproof glass around my head. I'll get out there. I'll still wear the glasses. I'll get an insane glare. Yeah. I mean, I have a practical political ideology. I think of possible solutions. I pray. Yeah, and I mean, come on, I think I'd have a lot of appeal. I've been a comedian since I was 18. I have a lot of appeal. I worked as a janitor for a very loved company. I'm working for the court right now, trying to do my taxes as best as possible. Right on. I am an ideologue. That's maybe what we need more of. Do I believe that? Okay. You know what I mean? You gotta have an ideology that's not a lie. At minimum. Maybe it can be a joke, but not a lie. Right on. Right. Hope you like listening to me. That's the end of the pod. We made it. Thank you very much, comedy. What a very interesting journey into comedy we made today. Follow my Instagram. It's called KRG Comedy. Yeah, one chapter closes, another begins. Is that what they say? It's a door. It's a window. It's a book. Ooh, I'm so ready. Let's get into the debate. Take back control of our lives. You guys ready? Tucker Carlson, Sean Ryan, they're going to send you a text. I might send you a text. Someone do something already. When's the midterms? When are they? All our candidates are already chosen? Oh no. The only thing to do is start a business. It's the only thing you can do. If you really want to affect change, seriously, I mean it. Okay. Thank you very much, Rose-Colored Classist. Did I already end it? Yes, I did.